Alrighty. We're doing something special today for DareDrop. We're going to do a review on the Nexus pack, which is available now. Starting with this thing. Big main feature. It's going to be this carrier vehicle. Really funky, really weird to drive. Actually looked up the actual real life version of this. I wanted to learn something about it. And it's apparently driven by two diesel engines that are stuck in this big old beam right here. There's one there and one over there. Pretty weird. I've been playing around with it. Kinda gotta get it washed. It's quite dirty. But I've been working on some fields here. Going around doing contracts, working my own field. Kinda got a feel for it. I want to give my opinions here. So, while I'm driving over there, I do gotta say, one thing I do want to criticize about the pack is I wish it had the tank track version of it. The original one had the tank treads instead of the actual wheels. They later changed it to wheels. Be cool to actually have the choice of color. There's a few other things I'll nitpick in a bit here. Sign around. Like I said, this thing does take a bit of getting used to drive. Definitely got to take very wide turns. Big old cotton field right there. I so want to harvest. But no, I got my field right here. I actually took over that field beside me. Oops. Don't want to drive over my field. Just gonna cheese it around this way. There we go. But I do want to get into cotton harvesting in this playthrough of mine. And this Nexat pack is going to make it very easy to do so. But you see I got some cows over there because we do have a slurry tank right here. And a slurry sprayer somewhere over here. I don't remember where I put it. It's that one right there. But yes, so you get all this nice equipment to play with. Minus that tractor and trailer. And the lime sprayer. But obviously you need a lot of tools, so like I said, you got a slurry tank here. This is my seeder. There's also a planter. That's why I said the Nexat carrier is definitely going to help me in my cotton farming adventures later. So this will be a cultivator and slurry sprayer. So you can cultivate and slurry the field on the first run. Yes, I do believe... Yeah, so that's the carrier NX. So this is the tempo. This is the planter. And this is just a disc arrow. I don't really use that one very much. I prefer just to use the others. You got a sprayer over here. You got a 52 foot or 56. I don't know which. It's on par with the self-propelled sprayer in the game, so it's really good. Got a nice harvester here. And you even have a corn head and a grain head. All of this stuff has a 14 meter spread on it, except for the sprayer because of the arms. So, I want to go ahead and show you how this is going to work here. Pretty much, you have the regular drive mode, but then you have the work mode. Drop the jacks, spin out the tires, bring up the cab, and this is how it's actually going to work the fields. It gets really weird to drive like this, but it works. Now, one of my other bigger complaints is the cab doesn't move like it should. It's like right now, that cab should be down here where the ladder is touching the ground there. You shouldn't have to reach up and pull yourself up there. That should lower down whenever you get out of it. So the cab is on a hydraulic arm, basically. So you can move the cab to wherever you want. It does have preset positions. I'm talking about the actual real life one can do that. Not this one. I wish this one could. But we can saddle right up to the harvester here. And that'll be good. And of course, this is my other complaint. They didn't put a fix for this. I really wish they did. But if you put that pipe out, you can drop it off. Then the pipe is kind of in the way of the cab. You can actually struggle it out of there, get it unstuck, and then you can't get the harvester back on because the pipe's in the way of the cab. So it's really weird and annoying. Which makes it even weirder when you realize that they did technically put a fix in for it, but didn't apply it to that. Because if you look at the sprayer here, it's going to have the same problem. So if you get close enough, it'll automatically move the cab out of the way. So you can hook it up and then drive off with it. So they need to fix that. So it's definitely some fine tweak tuning that needs to be done. A couple ease of life additions. Stuff like that. Like I said, this nice big boom here for crop spraying. I've had quite a bit of fun with it. I was actually going to go spray a couple fields. Make a little more monies. I'm pretty sure my cows need food. That's why I got this field of wheat here. Plan to just feed it to them. But yes, eventually, like I said, I will get a cotton harvester over here. And I'll take over a field and start doing cotton, which is what I want to really use this for. Since I have a planter over there. And I can use this to get all that done. And cedar, just got my hoe on it right now. The other issue is if you have this up so you can see the lines, every now and then when you hook to the harvester, if I remember correctly, yeah, so it gets the nice lines so you can guide it on easier. Use the auto thing if you want. Every now and then it'll start trying to say like I could hook one of the other attachments up to it. And it gets really weird because you can't do that with the harvesting head. Yeah, see, like that. It's trying to say, yeah, hook it right up to the disc handle. You can't hold a disc handle onto this, so I don't know why it's trying to act like you can. It's really weird. But I am going to do a little cheaty cheat. My field over here to grow up so we can show this. Is it gonna work? There it goes. I've never really liked this grow crops mod. It works in its place, but it's don't always work. Well, come on, one more stage. Do it. There we go. So, that's all ready to harvest. Let's show you how this works. I got my little gripes out the way. We can get on to how awesome this thing really is. Because I do gotta say, this is actually one of the packs that I'm actually for using. So I have played, crap, what was the last two? 16 and 22, I think it was? I think those were the last two. And quite honestly, I didn't really like the DLCs. I prefer just to use the user content. Up on this freaking ridge. I had issues with this field of mine. But pretty much this is supposed to be for controlled traffic farming. So you wouldn't drive over the field at all, except for in the same designated lines, which this thing is great for doing, honestly. It's a great design, works well for the job. Let's see. Well, let's see, look at that. Got these two nice freaking swar shoots right there. Nice even distributing for if you're wanting to do bailing. Works great for doing so. Like I said, that nice 14 meter width, which is actually second best in the game, because the other ones are like 15 point something. The corn header over there is actually the biggest for harvesting corn and sunflowers and all that. So if you're a fan of using those crops, best header in the game right there. Yep. It definitely does its job, and it does it very well. Just excellent in farming right there. Yeah. That's a pass, boo. Ain't gonna bore y'all with going over the whole field. I'm just swerving around. I'm not supposed to be doing that. It's not the idea of the tool, you know? Be doing that kind of crap right there. That's bad. Compacting the wrong part of the soil. Get me wrong, I'm no expert at farming. But like I said, I did look into the reality of this to see how it's supposed to be. And quite honestly, from what I can tell of it, this right here would be a great system to work off of in reality. It's a great one in the game too. Yeah, so pretty much from what I can tell, this right here is going to be my new favorite DLC of the game. I highly recommend it. And little tractor here. Just my transporter, really. I'll be playing around with it a lot. Trying to base my whole farm off of it right now. Playing around, having fun. And this is actually one of the bigger things with it, is it can actually eject the crop into trailers a lot faster than standard harvesters. I don't know if that's actually true in the game, but I know in real life it does. You got a lot bigger chute. And I don't know why, but this corn header right here scratches a weird itch of mine. I don't know why, but I just find this awesome. You ready for it? I bet you're not. I don't know why, that's just satisfying to me. Could just have them all go at once, but it's so much better just having them do it one at a time like that. I'm a dork, I know. But yeah, so overall, yeah, see, that dang pipe gets me every time. I really hope they fix that. Put the pipe away. And once the day is done, you can just turn it right back. But yeah, like I said, definitely my new favorite DLC. Gonna base my whole farm off of this. Use all the equipment here except for the disc hero, because who uses a disc hero? Seriously. I got my slurry tank ready for my cows, like I said. All of this will be a perfect addition to any kind of farm you want to use them for. So, I'd give it a, got some issues, you'll admit, so I'd have to give it a 4 out of 5. Needs some improvement, but that's true with everything. So, that's my review of the Nexat pack. Go ahead, hop on Steam, grab it whenever you need. You won't regret it. Have a great day. That's a force of habit. Shut up. I hit the wrong one.